My biotechnology was stem cells technology, which is mainly used for research. And this technology, when they were studying cells, they found out that some cells regenerate quickly just by themselves, just with one cell on their own. Stem cells can develop into other kinds of cells, like kidney cells, heart cells, liver cells. They can all develop into each other. And the thing about stem cells is they regenerate to replace other dysfunctional cells, so that when a cell starts to not work, stem cells will come in and maintain good health. And there are three different types of stem cells, and one of them is pluripotent cells, which can develop into any type of cell in the human body, and is also capable of forming basically all the tissue types in the human beings. And then there's multipotent, which can form a restricted number of tissue types, so not as much. And the other type doesn't do much at all. It just regenerates by itself. And the development of this technology, it was first discovered and worked with in the mid-1800s, but it was first successful medical use was the bone marrow transplant, and it was on a set of twins. And one of the main researchers was a French scientist named Jean Dosset, and he was the first to attempt the bone marrow transplant on a larger scale on human beings. So he's one of the ones that really started it. But it was the stem cells were first actually observed in 1964 when they were illustrated by a bunch of scientists that saw it through the microscope. The implementation of this technology, how it developed, well, in 1956 was the first bone marrow transplant, and this was the first medical use performed on humans. And in 1969 was the first human bone marrow transplant without any lethal rejection reactions, like without any bad reactions on their body. And in 1996, you can see as they're developing, they learned that they can use stem cells to completely clone an animal. And they first cloned a mammal who was named Dolly the sheep. You might have heard that. And the expected and unexpected applications, as they were working with stem cells, they realized they came across things that they didn't mean to come across. Like how they first got it, they realized when studying the cells that they realized that it was the basic unit of life, first off. Then they realized, oh, these cells can regenerate and make others. So that was unexpected. But scientists then wanted to find out that if it was possible to fertilize a mammal egg outside of the body, so like basically make a baby outside of the body, and they realized that they could do that, and they could also use it for transplants, and they could use it for cures for diseases and cloning. They all found all this out because they wanted to get more out of it. The advantages is it discovers and treats bad diseases such as cancer and heart disease. And it can also stem cells can also create limbs and organs used for transplants and stuff like that. Stem cells also help scientists learn about the growth and cell development of human beings and different ones. And they can also test drugs on certain types of cells. And that is a picture of, it's a comic. It says, "Let's pray for the sinners who engage in the devil's work of stem cell research," because he thinks it's bad. But all these people are praying for the cure of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, and cancer, which stem cells help do that. And disadvantages is, he's running away from, he wants to go test stem cells out, but he's running away from human ethics because people thought stem cells were against human ethics. Because they don't know the long-term effects, and they might not always know the answer, and it narrows coronary arteries. And there's no more excitement.